Muy buenas, amante de las aventuras gráficas. Halibut es uno de esos títulos extraños y que es más que posible que haya pasado desapercibido bajo tu radar, pero que gracias a Xbox Game Pass hemos podido probar y sin lugar a dudas disfrutar. Como suele ser habitual en el género, la historia es una parte fundamental del juego, aunque hay que decir que el apartado técnico y sus personajes tan carismáticos también hacen muy buen trabajo. Esta es nuestra primera parte de la aventura donde intentamos desentrañar los misterios de un juego donde todo se nos hace muy extraño al principio, pero que poco a poco se va volviendo familiar. Te dejo sin más con nuestro vídeo gameplay. No olvides darle like para ayudarnos a seguir creciendo y si te gusta lo que ves, puedes seguirnos para más vídeos como este. ¡Muchas gracias! Viajando por el cosmos.
¿La última frontera?
No es esa clase de juegos. Ahí tienes tranquila. Aquí no hay ningún Pepe, hay un señor Daniel. Mira el fondo de protagonismo, ese PC.
Y todo el mundo alrededor es una pecera. Ellos viven en la pecera y alrededor está.
Mira el señor mayor como hace deporte. ¡Hostias la cabeza de este!
Ese señor cacahuete.
Yo te digo, es totalmente un cacahuete. Señor Laina, qué raro suena.
Recompensas.
La verdad es que los escenarios dan la sensación como si estuvieran hechos de plastilina.
Harold, I'm afraid I need you to come with me.
Oh, hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine, your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But wait, I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
But only last month, it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
Y esto es un comandante. Pobre Harold.
Pringao.
Sí, la verdad es que tiene cara de pringao.
Y encima no se cosa.
Fell foul of the end-user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes to see you again soon, Harold.
The first tube system routes were unveiled to the public in 12,787 AC, followed by the first replacement of our inaugural...
Can't you just put this on my account? I'll pay as soon as I...
Mr. Halibut, you don't have an account. Not since we blocked it.
Please, Mr. Secretary, let me just... I mean, look, can't we...
Your name is Mr. Secretary?
My title, young man, is All-Water Secretary number 24. It is not my name. Anyway, I'm afraid All-Water Corporation can't be seen to make exceptions. You'll have to go through the proxy payment process like everyone else.
Perhaps known more
Vamos a ver con listo.
as best
All water.
This was followed by the
¿Y tú qué
all-water
hiciste?
renewal projects, such as opening up the Pelican Station area back
So, what are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for All Water?
Ya sé que me
What?
recuerda a
No,
este.
I meant because it was a joke, doofus.
Es Valky.
Yeah.
Estaba pensando en Adrien Brody.
Could you let me wait in peace now?
Me hace
Oh,
mal gracia.
sure. Will do.
Eso es por la nariz.
Have
lo de
fun.
Brody.
La...
Felix?
Hi, Ma. Look, before you say anything,
Whatever your excuse is, it'll have to wait. Busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
freedom! Have fun, Harold!
Freshwater Clarification Agency to All Water Corporation.
No se lo puede
We
cambiar.
reluctantly interrupt your daily business for for some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company,
¿Pero qué?
we seem to have discovered something super cool. Please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre for some important
¿Por qué lleva
information.
manoplas?
¿Porque es un niño especial?
The first tube system routes were
Oh,
Como
Harold,
Ralph?
here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your
Mummy?
buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
saw the introduction of digital real-time
Qué guay que nos vienen a sacar de la cárcel.
1342 AC and in 15,000.
Mr. Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
A ticket home?
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
A landmark customer poll reflecting our continued commitment to
Me hace gracia el símbolo de grabar.
Every time I need you, Harold, it's something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time.
This must have an underlying cause.
Me comenta.
Remember when you were still in school and your teacher telling me about how you would just stare out of the window, oblivious to her even shouting at you. It's like you've never snapped out of that daydream.
I was never in a daydream, just the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds or never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
I'm sorry, Professor.
Jo. All Water Corp. ¿En serio? Frances.
No
¿Dónde
hay mucho que
vamos?
hacer, ¿no?
¿Eh?
No hay mucho que hacer, ¿no?
¿Dónde vamos?
Entonces, desde todo agua, ¿o no? Es esto ya, ¿ves? ¿Dónde estabas?
Sí, no hay mucho que hacer entonces, ¿no?
Destination chosen. We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey.
Pues tiene que ser súper divertido meterte en estos tubos, ¿no? Es como un parque
Deja de
acuático.
toboganes de agua todo el rato.
You have
No
arrived.
te digo.
Please exit the tube in an orderly manner. We hope you travel with us again soon.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving?
Va al distrito social.
Man has a right to know.
I don't know.
Ah, aquí. ¿Espera qué?
¿Las puertas? No sé. Sí.
Oh.
¿Qué coño?
No lo sé. No lo tengo nada claro.
Clean as a whistle again.
Ya está hecho.
Muy bien.
Una tarea bien realizada. Sí, señor. Espero que el pulpo no se haya cabreado.
Ah, sí que contento.
¿Y por aquí qué hay? Por aquí estamos, ¿no?
El observatorio y Botanical Concept.
Hola.
Hey, Sai.
Ah, vale,
Hey,
es este.
Harold. What's going? How's up?
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and feed the filter station.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, even fish blood is such a good fertilizer, the slow-release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish. If samples were taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Sai, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Hmm? Oh, yes, sorry, Brat. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it. I'll have to formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed. I'm working on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
I mean, can fish even taste?
It's not just about taste, it's about nutrition. We want their gills to function optimally, don't we? And their pigments to express as vividly as possible, a bit like flowers.
Sai. New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it. Promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks. I'll let you know what they think.
Bueno, a lo mejor esto es como el cápsula corp.
Did you see that?
Is that fish real?
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, even if it wasn't, their methods are getting way more sophisticated lately.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to seeing what stunt they're going to pull next.
Me too. As long as I don't have to clean it up. Do you remember their first messages?
Yeah. Wasn't it something about Fedora not being able to take off being a conspiracy?
Yes, on all those little flyers. Handwritten, too. What did that fish message mean, do you think?
I guess something about exploring the planet?
Didn't it say what's out here?
Ooh, like they've hidden something?
Maybe they think the ocean is a conspiracy, too?
Acabamos de ver un pedo reivindicativo.
Sí.
O sea, que me voy a ver la tele. Que la tele estaba aquí.
Hello again.
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
Well, be my guest. Not that I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
La música, madre mía.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did. And we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. We'd be back on Earth. And where would that have got anyone?
Creo que se está perdiendo, ¿no?
We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home, even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castletrop.
Hey, la mujer brownie.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castletrop, the CEO of All Water Corporation. More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together before we unveil the next step of that journey.
Mira, qué expectación.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation. He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the Schlipmeyer Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation. And of course, 120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes! We're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right. The buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure. Makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? For this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exacto mundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah, man. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch.
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buona notte, Chris.
Buona notte, Harold.
Go away. Buy Magpie Orlux toothpaste today.
Pues nada, Sobar.
Good evening, everyone. Please remember, the all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Get snug, not stranded.
Y que toque de queda aquí, sí. A dormir.
Oh boy. What a day. Here's hoping tomorrow's a bit more relaxed. I could do with a day off. All this running back and forth for people is tiring, man. But, Agent Harrelson, that's...
Si mal no recuerdo, tenía RTS este juego.
¿Tenía?
Ray Tracing.
What they pay you?
Hostia. ¿No se lo pones para Pepe?
Es lo que estaba mirando, a ver si estaba, pero no veo nada. Desde luego en las etiquetas del juego en Xbox ponía trazo de rayos. Pero no lo veo. Si no están gráficos, si no están en pantalla. HDR, detectar paperwhite, que no sé qué es esto.
Punto de escalado.
Ah, no hay nada.
Don't let us down now.
Mentido.
Sí, eso parece. Madre mía, ni la ropa se quita.
No, ni el cinturón.
Día 18.251 después de Cristo. Ah, perdón, de la caída. No sé, ya te digo, en las etiquetas lo pone. Y hombre, no tiene mala iluminación, la verdad. No tengo tareas por ahora. Pues me voy a desayunar algo, ¿no?
Morning, Harold.
Hello, Professor. What did you think of that announcement?
It was quite fantastically self-aggrandizing.
Yes, it did go on a bit. The boy seems cool, though.
Indeed. I'm sure it'll make a great source of distraction. Now, if you're quite ready...
Sure. Ready for what?
I made a breakthrough discovery at the Arboretum last night. You remember the last batch of bloomy rocks?
Oh, the really small ones from the last intake? The ones with the strange shapes and the little holes and...
The blue ones, yes. Turns out their surface composition doesn't just give us clues about our immediate aquatic environs. I think they've picked up some influences from outer space as well. Take a look through the microscope. You'll see what I mean.
Just remind me exactly how that thing works again.
Harold, are you fooling me? This will be the last time I explain it to you, so for once, pay attention. You need to open the hatch first.
Es lo peor del mundo este tío, eh.
Now, activate the switch next to the board to open the sample shelf.
Ah, vale. No, el de la puerta, que habías dado antes. Se acaba de romper el brazo.
The rock you want is in the container on the lower right. You remember your left and right? Bring it to the microscope and insert it into the hatch. Et voila! Check the microscope and finally you'll see what I mean.
Madre mía.
The one you're looking at now seems to have picked up radiation from our nearest sun. There's a particular mark for each time there's been a solar flare.
I can only see one mark?
That's the problem. There isn't enough of a recording on this one. I dated it to roughly 40 BC.
So we need an older one. For...
Exactly. Older ones, ideally. Although I doubt we'll have much luck catching more of them by chance. Oh, yes. We have to figure out when there's going to be a gap between flares. Flares cause the solar winds. A gap between solar storms is our only window for leaving this place. I need you to look into this, Harold. If anyone on board has an older rock, we need it procured. Yes?
But if we're not going to be able to catch one, where am I supposed to start looking?
You could start at Tommy's store. You and I both know that guy somehow gets hold of whatever those filter stations spit out, and then sells them at an outrageous markup.
Good evening, Jean.
Nice to see you, Bridget.
Is the sample in the microscope? I'm really curious to inspect it.
Yes, you definitely should.
Vale. Pues hay que irse a la tienda. Busca la roca azul. Galería Ágora, vale.
Harold, when you see Cyrus, could you give him a message for me?
Sure thing, Professor.
Just ask him, how are the details coming along?
Okay. I will ask him, but,
Yes, I know. I could ask him myself, but didn't you stop to wonder why I don't want to?
I just did stop to wonder.
It's complicated, okay? We go back a long way and don't always see eye to eye, especially on matters of categorization, nomenclature, and subsequent archiving methodology. Not that he ever saw fit to delineate his preferred... Don't mind me, Harold. I just mean Cyrus has his stubborn phases, and I just can't talk to him when he's in one.
Okay, say no more. Your message is safe.
Vale, pues lo primero que queremos, ¿no?
¿Qué?
No, it's okay.
¿Qué es lo que
Nothing.
queremos?
Run along now.
Está aquí al lado.